welcome to the Arnold Group second quarter employment impact analysis update. My name is Phillip Hayes, and I just wanted to walk through a couple of quick highlights and observations with the release of this quarter's new data. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into Sedgwick County's employment impact analysis. And probably the biggest thing here to highlight and take away is unemployment is still at historic lows across the nation and certainly here in Kansas. This update accounts for the annual update with the most recent wage survey data from the Kansas Department of Labor and the United States Department of Labor. Our biggest takeaway from here is we're starting to see the gap narrow between the number of job openings by county in comparison to the number of unemployed in the associated county as well. So we've still got a few counties that the gap is still significant, maybe 1.5 jobs per unemployed individual, but a lot of the counties that we're seeing have really narrowed that gap, and it's a 1-to-1 ratio, which is probably favorable news to employers. On the bottom of page 1 here, obviously talking about the tightness or the low unemployment rate still, Kansas hovering between 2.4 to 2.3. We were tied for the 5th lowest. Currently we're tied for the 7th lowest unemployment rate in the nation. Being in the top 10 certainly speaks volume to anybody that wants a job, has a job, but it is certainly challenging for employers still to fill those critical needs and job openings that we have. The U.S. unemployment rate has remained static for the last 4 months at 3.6%. And as we look at the recovery rate from the unemployment standpoint, U.S. as well as the state level data indicates that we have recovered fully against the pre-pandemic unemployment rate levels that we've seen dating back to June of 2019. We're at 3.7%. Nationally, we're at 3.6% within June of 2022. And nationally, we're seeing about 1.5 job openings for every person that's currently unemployed. And as we look at the quarterly job summary from a national perspective, there's about 385,000 less jobs produced in second quarter compared to first quarter of 2022. If we drill down to the state level here in Kansas, we certainly have growth in jobs, but it's much less significant than it was in first quarter, where we had a little over 16,000 jobs produced, and now we're sitting at 4,000 net new jobs for the quarter. And probably what's a little bit most concerning about the jobs numbers throughout second quarter in Kansas is the only net new jobs that we've gained is in the government sector, where we've gained 4,600, and the private sector has lost 600. So both at the national as well as state level, you can see that we've lost quite a bit of steam in new jobs and the jobs growth. And lastly, I'll point out that we're starting to see a little bit more of a pronounced dip in the number of new job openings that are being advertised. So we'll see what the economic headwinds produce as we continue to navigate the balance of this year, and we'll see what new trends are reflected in third quarter. Thank you.